Hey guys, Chinlocks here, back with our blind playthrough of the Cat Lady. So last time we got to... Alright, so I don't know how spoiled I got. I was looking at the Steam interface, and I noticed the first badge, you know, because Steam has those badges. First badge is Soul for a Soul, which is like... If Susan ends up sacrificing one of her cats in order to come back to life, that would piss me off. First off, what was it? There was this whole... One of the Sandman comics where Death... they were stuck in, like, Death's domain or something like that, and to get back, there's like a group of people, and one of them was like, I'll sacrifice myself so the others can go, and she was like, you don't need to. You're coming here eventually anyway. Like, death comes for everyone. You don't need to sacrifice yourself. But she did anyway. Just something like that is what I think about. It's like death doesn't need the souls or whatever. You're already gonna die eventually. But also the playing cards, because you get like, or the trading cards or whatever, because Steam has that also. And one of them was Queen of Maggots, which I guess is that old lady. Doesn't mean she's not life though, right? Because that's the thing. Wow, that's really blocky looking. And in fact, insects and fungus and stuff are necessary to life. Adjust my own volume here a little bit. Or the game's volume on my end. Painting. Look at or touch. A lonely seashore. We won't touch it. I feel like that's... As much as I want to click on everything, you know? Strange lady. Look at, talk to. Is she really here? Maybe this is all just a dream after all.
Now we can talk properly, my dear.
Now that I'm in her house? Well, it could be that, like, time is frozen, so while Susan's dying, maybe her death is suspended or something. I still don't really know who you are. Will I be punished for taking my own life? Is there anyone else here? We're probably going to be able to ask all of these questions.
I still don't really know who you are.
I go by many names. I've never paid much notice to what the living call me. But there is one name the fallen ones use when I speak to them. I find it most accurate. The Queen of Maggots.
Is that what you are? Why, maggots?
Because they feed on what's dead and gone.
Fair enough.
Dead and gone. I guess that's me.
Right, and they feed on it. Right? Will I be punished for it? She's got something in her hand also. I thought it was like a wand or something at first, but it looks more like a root or like a bulb or something. Like something you plant.
Will I be punished for taking my own life?
Most people would be, but not you, Susan. You see, I watched you long enough to understand how you feel. I don't expect you to believe me, but I actually have sympathy for you. Who knows, I could be your only friend. The only friend in the whole wide world. So like I said, I'm going to make you an offer. I want to help you. I will give you back your happiness in exchange for a simple task. Your life will change completely. You will be yourself again. And you will soon forget the sadness that has consumed your heart for years.
It's never that simple, right? And here's the thing. I was watching. I don't watch TV. I don't even have cable or anything like that. But there's TV in the break room at work. And I like switching it on those, like the 600-pound Life, and there's another one like Too Large now, I guess. So I put it on one of those, and everyone hates it, which is because they sometimes deal with bariatric patients. I mean, I do too, but it's and they're the worst, the most entitled, all that stuff, like addicts, but worse. And there was one, and the whole, always the setup for the show always is that they want to have the weight loss surgery, right? Because again, just like I mentioned in the last thing, it's always people that want others to do something for them. They don't want to take personal responsibility for their own lives. They want other people to do something so that they don't have to, right? Medicine's the same way most of the time. It's rather than, you're like, oh, I have this problem, I want to go to the doctor, and the doctor can give me a pill, give me some easy solution that I don't have to do anything for, that'll fix the problem. And I think that mindset and all the industries that are built around it is the reason, one of the main reasons our society is like falling apart. But the point is that this fat lady, she was like, well, I have to lose, X number of pounds or whatever to prove that I could do it. And she was like, why do I even need the surgery? Like, I want to get the surgery so I can lose the weight, but if I could lose the weight without the surgery, why do I even need the surgery? And I'm just like, she didn't get it. She's complaining about them not giving her the surgery right away. Like, why do I have to prove myself? They should just give it to me. But it's like, you missed the point of your own rant, which is you don't need the surgery. You could just do it on your own. And it's like with this, it's like, you just have to do a simple task for me, and then I will give you the happiness. I will do all this stuff for you. I will give you all this stuff. And it's like, you don't need her. And especially you don't need whatever task she's going to give you, because it's probably evil or something like that, right? I mean, the machine said it, that we found, it was like, would you make another sacrifice to restart the machine? Which, by the way, if you sacrifice one of your cats, that's not... A sacrifice is not from someone else, it's from you. Right? The sacrifice would be that if you're killing one of your cats, for example, is that you are now betraying someone that unconditionally loved you, right? Like, that's the thing. My cats are the most supportive entities in my life. You know what I mean? Like, they unconditionally love me. So, yeah. She's unhappy. She doesn't recognize the fact that at least the cats love her. Probably. But yeah, it's within our control. And maybe it's hard. But you just gotta do... I mean, it's also surprisingly simple a lot of the time. Like, the 700-pound lady, it's like... I don't know about you. Like, I was fat. You can look back at some of the earlier videos. I lost 30 or 40 pounds just by cutting carbs. And then I realized, like, how much I was actually eating. But to be fair, my work schedule frickin' sucks. There's times I don't get to eat at all, and so someone would bring in donuts, and I'd be like, oh my god, I need a donut, otherwise I'm gonna starve. And that would be my lunch. It's just like whatever I can scavenge. Because you don't have time. Yeah, so moral of the story is you shouldn't rely on other people to do something for you that's within your power, because it's not good. It's a Faustian bargain, right? Plus, it's if you just do it for yourself, it's better. It's longer lasting. It's healthier in whatever way you want to say it. I know from a depression standpoint, like, you just don't have the energy. It's really hard to make changes, but yeah, I don't know. You could quit your job, you could find a new job. That might, if, you know, we've hired nurses at my work, not lately, but before I started there, because doctors would scream and rant if there was too much of a delay, you know. So it's like, you don't have time to eat, you don't have time to go to the bathroom. So we've had nurses soil themselves. That's not a healthy place to work. If you're at that point, find a new job. You know, eventually you'll find a decent one. You know what I mean? So it's better now, but man, yeah, people that are like, this is a toxic work environment, they're whiners. Most of them. Sometimes it is, but don't complain to me. Don't complain to me. Alright, let's see what else. Again, I'm rambling, but hopefully it's at least... The reason I say this stuff is partially ego, let's be fair. It's partially narcissism or ego or whatever. Yes, that's true. But if you guys can learn anything from it, if you can... It's kind of supportive, you know? Because it's like, hey, it's on you. You can do it. You know? So, take it for what it is. It's a lecture, yes, but it's pro you guys. It's pro us. It's pro, you know. Yeah. I mean, you could turn your nose up at it if you wish. You could be like, "You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about, blah blah blah." Okay. That's fine. You don't have to work on yourself. You know, guy I work with, he's like, oh, I have such a headache. Oh, this and some. Like, okay, did you take? I'm like, I have ibuprofen if you want. Oh, I already took some. Okay, well, we have hot towels. Take one of these towels, put it on the back of your neck, put it on, like, drape it so that it covers. This is, by the way, if you guys get headaches, I get headaches all the freaking time. So I know what I'm talking about. It's a lot of the time it's a tension headache, so it's the muscles in your neck, the back of your head, and then even up here on the top of your head. If you put like a hot towel, or I have one of those like clay bead things that you shove in the microwave for a few minutes, take that, wrap it around your neck and the top of your head and the back of your head. It helps. It helps so much. But I told him, and he's like, you know, he didn't say he wasn't going to do it, but he just didn't do it. And then eventually he went home because he was in so much pain. It's like, I like you, but I don't feel bad now. You know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel bad for you that your head hurts if you're not gonna listen. You don't have to listen, but at least try it. And then I asked him, like, oh, so how did it finally? Oh yeah, I went home and I did that. Basically, what I said. Had his wife massage him a little bit. It's like, yeah, you could just. Maybe he just wanted to go home. You know, I don't know. But yeah, don't. The power is within you, but if you ignore, if you don't want to do anything, then enjoy wallowing in it, I guess. Let's see what Susan chooses. I suspect there's multiple endings to this, but maybe not. We'll see.
Is there anyone else here?
I thought you liked being alone. Isn't that why you ran away from everyone?
It doesn't matter.
I was standing right behind you when you threw away all those photographs, you know? I brushed your hair every night you cried yourself to sleep. I saw everything. I know what you want, but it's not here. It's gone, and it will never, ever come again.
Was it her, like, a husband or something? Or boyfriend, or... I mean, it's called the game... The name of the game is called The Cat Lady, right? So it's... that's sort of a pejorative for, I mean, she's 40 according to the little Steam blurb, right? She's 40, on the verge of suicide, whatever. Although, I mean, on the verge is more, but it's on the other side. She already took the pills, I guess, and she's going down. But it's like, that's what you call people that are women that are all alone. Yeah, I don't know. I have no reason to live. Please just let me go.
I have no reason to live. Please, just let me go. I tried. I really did. But it's never going to be okay.
Who knows, maybe, but one way or the other. This isn't the end of your story. It's only the beginning, my dear, and there are great things waiting for you. Believe me.
What do you want me to do? What if I say this again? Will she keep taking a step towards the door? I don't know.
What do you want me to do?
Yes, I think it's time to explain. But where are my manners? We're still in the hall. This is not a place for a serious talk. Follow me to the next room. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Go deeper into the lair.
What's your offer then? What can you fix that life has destroyed?
Susan, death can fix nothing. But though we are both dead, I am not death. I might seem just like a strange old woman to you, but I'm just as powerful as gods. And I chose you, Susan Ashworth. I'll need you to go back and face 5 people. They're not ordinary people. They're very special. Just like you. Only in a slightly different way.
Face them. What does that mean? What's with the piano? Is this like Susan's room? Because I remember seeing a piano like behind the cat. I'm a failure. Why did you choose me? Those 5 people, who are they? What makes you think I want to go back?
I'm a failure. Why did you choose me? Aren't you afraid I will let you down, whatever it is I have to do? Most days, it's enough of a struggle to crawl out of bed. I don't see the point in anything. I just want to disappear. And I hate everyone else because they know how to be happy.
No, they
Everywhere
don't.
I turn, there are people filled with hope and will to live.
It's not true.
So pitiful. They make me ashamed to be alive. I don't want them. There's nobody there for me. I am alone. I just want to vanish.
This is the very reason I chose you, Susan Ashworth. I know how you feel, because I felt like this myself for a very long time. You and me are very much alike. If you succeed, you will never feel broken again.
Right, so that's... The average person is so... I mean, I guess you could say they're happy, but they're ignorant. It's the happiness of being oblivious to everything, you know? They're... Most people are basically overgrown children at this point. They're... You know, so they don't think, right? If you're, I would say people, okay, mental illness tends to concentrate in people that are of higher intelligence, right? So if you, for whatever reason, people of lower intelligence seem to do more like criminal stuff, people with higher intelligence seem to have more like mental illness. That's just, I don't specifically know why, but at least if you're intelligent, I think that's where empathy comes from. So, you know, you feel pain and you're like, well, if I feel like this, pain sucks. I don't want other people to feel that as well, right? So generally we're more cautious of others. The average person hasn't even like thought about that. They're kind of oblivious. So they just do whatever they want. So it's like, it's kind of ego, I guess, like my philosophy. Am I a little bit better than the average person? Yes, just because I'm a little bit more aware, you know? But at the same time, it's like there is something to be said for the happiness of being ignorant, I guess. But that's why I'm like, you know, screw what these people want. If they're kind of just like animals. They operate on instinct and they react. They're not proactive, they're reactive, right? So it's like, you know, if I feel depressed or whatever, it's like, screw it, I'm gonna do what I want. You know, like I said, I don't want to hurt other people. That's my philosophy. I'm not gonna cause anyone else pain. But I'll take care of myself, and that's it. That's why I'll enjoy my life. And if other people are welcome, you know what I mean? But that's the thing. I'm not gonna sit here and have other people like parasitically attach themselves to me. You know what I mean? Like what I talked about in the last episode with just a little bit of caring, right? Everyone wants to take other people's rights away in order to possibly protect people. But they don't really care about the people. They want to do something, and that something generally involves hurting others, rather than doing the barest amount of work for, you know, by them, right? And so it's like, yes, I do care, and I do reach out to other people, and I listen, right? But the problem is, everyone's so selfish and so reactive and so ignorant and oblivious that they don't put forward that effort. Like, that's the reason I try and respond to everyone's comments. Everyone that leaves a comment, I try and respond to. It's like, hey, I see you. You know what I mean? It's like a basic respect thing, kind of. It's kind of like caring. You know, it's like, I see you, I see what you said, I read it. Whether I agree or disagree, I've acknowledged it. I've acknowledged you're a person, basically. And it's like, yeah, I'll listen to people, but I've sort of like held back and become more of a hermit and focus more on myself, because other people will just latch on. The minute you start to listen, all they want to do is talk. Because no one listens. No one listens, no one cares. Everyone's too self-obsessed. And so a person that does listen, it's all of a sudden, it's like they're drowning and they're trying to latch onto you. So I'm just like, no. If you want to be, you know, if these people want to reciprocate, if, you know, because relationships are two-way, right? I'll listen, but you got to listen when I'm talking or venting my problems or whatever. Like, that's why a relationship is we help each other, we share each other's burdens. You know, not just you dump all your stuff onto me, right? So that's kind of my thing, is like, I'll welcome other people if they want to communicate, not just talk at me, right? If they want to listen as well, then yeah, you're welcome. But most people don't, and that's why I'm just like, whatever. You know? So yeah, you could stay over there, and you could be self-obsessed, but I'll be over here, focusing on myself. If someone wants to come over here and join me, that's cool too. Provided they're not trying to, like, latch onto my neck and suck my blood out or something. Anyway, we'll see what Susan chooses. We're still in chapter 1. Jesus Christ, this is going to be a 50-hour thing. No, once I'm getting these little things out, I think it'll go a lot smoother.
Those 5 people, who are they?
The parasites. That's what I call them. They don't know each other, but their destinies are bound together. You will have to keep your eyes open and be constantly on guard. Those people will want to get closer to you. They might even pretend they are your friends, but don't let that fool you. They have nothing but cruel intentions. They'll want to hurt you, Susan. They'll want to kill you. As harmless as they might appear, parasites are the evil scum of the earth, and they all deserve to die.
Isn't my life bad enough without them?
Don't be frightened. You will have a great advantage over them. They don't know that you know. Do you understand what it means? You will become my hunter, serving punishment for their sins. A tool of destruction. A dark angel walking through the river of blood. You'll find your purpose in life, and you see for the first time how satisfying it can be.
But how will I recognize them?
There isn't a great deal of people in your lonely life, is there, Susan? You will know when you see them. Bring those deceitful bastards in front of me, and we'll make them regret for everything they've done.
This is very odd. So basically she's saying, I'll give you your life back, I'll give you everything you want. But you just have to kill 5 people. But that's, you know... That's why I'm just like, nah, I'm good over here. I'm fine. I'll live my own life. I don't want to hurt others. I don't want to be hurt. I'll pet my cats, I'll drink my coffee, I'll play my video games. You guys have a good life with all your divorces and, you know, you know what I mean? Like, you get old and your kids don't love you because you beat them too much or whatever, and it's like, you know, we I don't know. Yeah.
What makes you think I want to go back? I finally did it. I killed myself. That's all I ever wanted. And yet, it turns out to be just another failure. I want this suffering to stop.
Dear Susan, you don't realize that the suffering never stops, do you? It only gets worse. This place is a passage between the world of the living and the world of the dead. You enter one of these corridors and you never come back.
Oh.
But you don't cease to exist. You remain.
Fascinating. Right, so I guess the Queen of Maggots, she said, I chose you, otherwise you would have already started to be punished. That proper grammar? I don't think so, but it's fine. I'm going ahead anyway. You have to be able to laugh at yourself too. Like, I know I'm retarded. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Susan already would have been punished, I guess. Or started to be punished?
Are you expecting me to kill them?
No, Susan, I'm expecting you to fight for survival. To do everything you can to defend yourself. I know you're not a murderer. Quite the opposite, actually. You're a good person. But I also know that you don't want to suffer, and those people will want to cause you pain. They won't hesitate. In the end, you might have no choice. Think of it as gardening. If there were weeds among the flowers, you'd pull them out, wouldn't you? You'd get rid of them without thinking twice about it.
I'm not really a gardening type, but I see your point.
I'm glad. And remember this, you are not the only victim. If you don't stop them, the killing will continue. Innocent people will die. You have the opportunity to make the difference. And a chance to save yourself.
This sounds like some paranoid shit, you know? Like, oh, they're really out to hurt you or whatever. I mean, it could be that they're just normal people, by which I mean... normal people do hurt others through their obliviousness, I guess, right? Like most people are self-centered, and which is fine. I mean, that's normal. That's survival, actually, right? But I don't know. It's they'll just without thinking they'll hurt others. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just one of those things. But it sounds like, oh yeah, you just go back. Oh, they're really dangerous. They're gonna pretend like blah blah blah, and it's like maybe that's true, but maybe you're just paranoid. Maybe you're slipping into madness or something. I don't know.
I can't do this. It's too much.
Or maybe it's real. I don't know.
Dealing with criminals is a job for the police, not someone like me.
Indeed, you are weak. That's why I have prepared a special gift for you. Immortality. You cannot die, Susan. You will always return to life no matter what happens to you.
Oh.
What? This is the last thing I wanted. Please, can't you just let me die?
I've made the decision. As long as they are alive, you cannot die.
It's blackmail. You can't do that. This all must be just a weird dream. I don't believe you. This feels like a choice. But you were just told that you don't cease to exist, right? So it's like, why would you not? I don't know. Immortality. You're immortal, regardless, right? Immortality of the flesh or immortality of the spirit. Choose one. You know. Let's pick number 2.
This all must be just a weird dream. I don't believe you.
Susan, see this door here? Let's go inside.
Okay.
I want to show you something that will help you make up your mind. Follow me.
I have another thought, which is like this old lady is actually us, or something. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna be, if we do this, we become her, or something like that.
Yes, it's you, Susan. Come closer. Say hello.
I don't want to look at it. Haven't I had enough yet? That body in the ambulance. Then the forest. But this place is... This is exactly what I was trying to run away from. I don't want to be here. Make it go away.
I assumed it would be wise to give you a little taste of the suffering you would endure. I want you to understand that you can keep going long after you come.
So is this her apartment? Because there's like something else flashing kind of in the background. Also, I noticed the crowbar, which we presumably have to use to start up the machine. We're looking at the bird, looking at the cross, looking at the crowbar. Oh, let's look at the cross, I suppose. Examine. Crucified all alone in one place that's changed it all. I really don't want to be here. Okay. Let's get the crowbar, I suppose. Examine. It's stuck in the cross. I suppose I could easily pull it out. Now what? Death? Yeah, now we can talk to her. The Queen of Maggots, huh? Talk to.
Susan, it's time to make a decision. The
Ooh.
parasites are coming, whether you want it or not. You haven't really got much choice. You must stand up for yourself.
Is that what this is all about? Learning to stand up? Fine, I'll do what you want. I take orders from nobody. I'll do it my way. Can you tell me again about the parasites? I mean, regardless of whichever I say, she wants us to stand up for ourselves, so presumably this would be the better option. Taking orders from nobody, do it in my way, right? Or fine, I'll do what you want. Is more like submissive, right? Can you tell me again about the parasites? Let's say yes.
Can you tell me again about the parasites?
Did you not listen, Susan?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. It's a lot to take in, you know?
Pay attention, Susan. Those people I call the parasites will want to get closer to you. They might even pretend they are your friends. But don't let that fool you. They have nothing but cruel intentions. They'll want to hurt you, Susan. They'll want to kill you. As harmless as they might appear, parasites are the evil scum of the earth, and they all deserve to die. That's why I prepared a special gift for you. You cannot die, Susan. You will always return to life, no matter what happens. Bring those deceitful bastards in front of me, and we'll make them regret for everything they've done.
So, do we have to let them kill us first to be justified? Or, I don't know. I take orders from nobody, I'll do it my way. Let's do this. I support Susan being more assertive.
I take orders from nobody. I'll do it my way.
Don't you understand? There is
Achievement
no
unlocked,
other
I'll do
way.
it my way.
Well, I don't know that. Besides, you could be lying to me. How do I know you aren't? I'm no murderer. I don't want to be. I'll find another way without you.
Oh, is that what that is?
Look, I appreciate you giving me another chance. Don't get me wrong. I can see now that I've made a mistake, and I'm ready to try to fix my life. But I really don't like what you're saying. If there's one thing I learned in life, it's that people let you down all the time. If I don't rely on myself, I can't rely on anyone else.
You fool! You damned arrogant fool! You have no idea what you have just done.
Probably gotten a game
But
over.
Fine, have it your way. In the end, I will be the one laughing at you. I always am.
Wow, you were right. She was right. She's like, people let you down. And the Queen of Maggots is like, I'll laugh at you. I always am laughing. There you go. You know she's not. Now she is a villain. Insult her, be sarcastic, or apologize. Let's be sarcastic. Sarcasm is honestly the best way.
Yeah, don't laugh too hard, old woman. You might break something.
When we meet again, you will beg me on your knees to give you a second chance.
I don't really believe in second chances, so I might have to disappoint you again. Look, this is all just a bad dream. I want to wake up. I'm back in the house. Okay, it'll be fine. I don't need her. I'm sure I'll figure out what to do.
Okay, well, I didn't realize that that was going to... Yeah, and there's the little Steam thing at the very bottom right. Well, we saw the achievement pop up. That's kind of cool, but yeah, it doesn't, I don't know what's going on with that. It does that when it starts and like the little Steam thing pops up. It's like, oh, you could do whatever to shift tab to open the Steam interface or something. I don't know. And then it does that and it like doesn't go away until I alt tab out and choose something else or whatever. Well, that's not the way I wanted to do it. I assumed that would give us a game over, right? Because so my thought was that's why you don't always understand what your choices are, right? So fine, I'll do it your way or I'll do it my own way. I thought that was going to be like, you know, I'll bring them to you, but I'm not going to kill them, right? And I figured the lady would be like, okay, right? Because either way, you're still doing what she wants. So for her to freak out like that was kind of like, ah, crap, I screwed up. Unless that was the point. Unless it's like... Unless the point is to teach us. Okay, well, let's save here. Right? Save 004. Man, I want to... Normally I'd go back and reload, but I guess we'll see where this goes. You know what I mean? Candle. Examine or blow out. Ooh. Strange. The flame seems strong and steady, but there's no smoke. Are these like the candles of life? Or something? Like people's lives that show when their life is going to end? There's 5. Like the 5 parasites, who might not actually be parasites. I don't know. Should I blow the candles out? What happens if I do? Or are these like my lives? Oh, there's all the maggots. Oh, is the door...
I can't get through these. What the hell are they anyway?
They are maggots. Look at. You can no longer touch the painting. Lonely seashore. Interesting. All we can do is interact with the candles. Oh. Is this one of the parasites?
They left me no choice, Alice. Maybe one day you'll forgive me.
Is he hanging himself? Well, okay. So what happens now? These are the 5 people and then we... Ooh, it's open now. What happens if I blow out the rest of them? I guess we'll do the bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, let's do it.
I think that's enough for now.
Oh. Okay.
What the? How did I get back here?
Oh, it won't let me go that way. Strange that I can interact with my body again. Susan, nothing here. Am I gonna have to find a knife and like cut myself open or something? Well, we're gonna go back to the machine. We'll just keep going. I mean, as far as... You know, was I supposed to make that choice? Was I supposed to agree? I always find it, it's always really interesting to see when people are angry, you can kind of see their true character, right? Because something I try and do is even when I'm mad, I make it a point not to insult the person. I'm not like, you're a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. I'm always like, why the fuck did you do that? What's wrong with you? You know, even what's wrong with you is like, why did you do that? You're blaming the action. You're not blaming the character, right? It's not like there's something wrong with you. It's what was in your mind that caused you to do something so dumb, you know? But many people, they get mad and they're like, you're a piece of shit, and this and this and that. You're always doing this, blah, 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 blah. And you can see their true character. You know, the mask slips. You know, and so you're like, oh, I see how it is. This is what you really think of me. You know, because normally people are too polite. Which is, again, this is why I just kind of have... I wish I had less hope. I'm still hopeful, unfortunately. I don't know what that was. Cat hair or something. But it's like one of the things is like... we're a polite society. And the definition of a polite society is... if I ask you how you are, you're polite enough to not actually tell me, right? You tell me everything's fine, even when it's not. That's polite. And that's why we're so screwed, because it's like, you know, not only would we rather harm others or have other people harm others, rather than us actually doing a little bit and actually caring, right? Like, caring is too much. That's just too much work. That's beyond us. We can't do that. We know this, right? It's not just that. It's like, well, I don't even want you to tell me things are bad. I don't even want you to give me the opportunity to care. Like, that's, yeah. This is a weird soundtrack. It's like jazz. It did talk about a sacrifice, I guess, us causing that person to die. Examine just an ordinary crowbar. What was it doing on the cross? I don't know. The beating heart. Examine, reach inside. Sign underneath says emergency power switch. Danger, it's dark inside. All this blood around the hole. Was someone hurt here? Ooh, are you about to be? Sacrifice. Oh. Ooh. Oh, well. Am I dead? Oh, of course. What the hell? Oh. Is the door open now? Music. Micah Mike. Oh, this is the James Spanos interface programming. Art and programming are Michael Ski. This is where I get copyright claimed. It's always the indie ones that never want you to get... never want to release the claim. Well, as soon as we can save, we'll do so. The cat lady. This is very odd. Is that chapter 1? You told the Queen of Maggots to F off. Chapter 2, presumably. Achievement unlocked, chapter 1 completed. Oh yeah, you guys can see it. That's weird. I wonder why this one... Second first breath, yeah. I wonder why in this one, normally it doesn't show up.
Yes, I do enjoy fine art. Thank you for noticing. There's a certain raw beauty to it that modern painters often fail to recreate. I always wanted to be an artist myself, but it'll be a long time before I can call myself that. I often say that patients are my canvas. But my job is more about restoration, obviously. I look at the damaged human minds and bring them back to their former beauty. I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you.
No, it's not that. It's just... It's been a difficult couple of days. I'd really like to go home.
Of course. And go home you will. As soon as we've done this little assessment, okay?
She's in the psych ward.
You know how it works. I've read in your file you used to be a nurse.
Yes, I know very well how it works. You want to check if I'm nuts.
Well, I wouldn't use that expression, obviously. But yes, we have to make sure you're safe and figure out how to help you. Also, as a nurse yourself, you know there's always paperwork involved. These forms won't fill themselves. Honestly, Susan, you have nothing to worry about. This is just a formality. I could tell straight away that you are not nuts.
Fine. What would you like to know? I will answer all your questions. Then I'll go home, take a long shower, and catch up on sleep.
Wonderful. Let's see then. Where do we begin?
At the beginning. So I guess that's Susan?
She's awake, Doctor.
Or not.
Good evening. It's good to see you awake at last. You're in the Cedar Lake Hospital.
We're the patient.
My name is Andrew. I'm one of the doctors. Would you confirm your name for me, please?
Susan Ashworth. I can't remember. Ignore. Say Susan Ashworth, I guess. That's fine.
Susan Ashworth.
Hello, Mrs. Ashworth. I'm glad to see you're all right. You're on the ward now. Your condition is stable. I can see your brain functions just fine and there's no permanent damage of any sort. We've checked your internal organs and they're fine too. You're a very lucky lady, Susan.
It's not how doctors
you might
talk.
experience extreme tiredness and lethargy for a couple of days, but that should soon pass. I would advise plenty of rest now. The nurses on this ward will take it from here. Please let them know if you need anything. Take care, Mrs. Ashworth. Please, don't try to speak. What did you say? Don't worry, Mrs. Ashworth. Your arm is fine. No. There was nothing wrong with your arm, darling. Now calm down.
Would you like me to get you some water? Let me get you a drink. I'll be back in a second.
Audio is kind of weird. It's such a difference in, like, the tone.
I'm sorry, Susan. Did I wake you? I have to take your blood pressure. 2 seconds and I'm gone. My name is Liz, by the way. I'm sorry. I know this isn't very nice. Believe me, I hate waking people up just for this. But being a nuisance is part of my stupid job, unfortunately. Oof, I hate this place. Tell
Don't
you what,
say
Susan.
that.
Can I call you Susan? So anyway, I shouldn't say it, but you know I'm going to anyway. You are so lucky. It's crazy. You doing what you've done, and her walking in, seeing what she saw. That was a chance. 1 in a million.
What?
I'm not making any sense again, am I? I'm tired. They're working us to death here, you know. Modern day slavery. One day I'll tell them what I really think. I swear I will. Ah, and here it is. You've got the blood pressure of an 18-year-old. Just wanted to say you're lucky, I think. And that I hope you've changed your mind about some things. Got to go, but I'll see you later. You take care, sweetheart, yeah?
Oh, she was saying 1 in a million chance that someone walked in, yeah, and found her. Because it's like, she's alone, right? So... Wow. Is it the Queen of Maggots summoning me again?
Bad dream?
I can't save now, can I? Ah, crap. Just dream like any other.
No. Just a dream like any other.
Oh, that's fine then. I nearly woke you up, you see. Saw you tossing and turning as I came in here. You looked like you were having a horrible nightmare. I get nightmares sometimes. I get them, and I can't wake up. Or sometimes I dream that I'm falling. Those are strange dreams. Because I think I like them. I keep falling, but I never fall, if you know what I mean. Never hit the ground. Never.
What was your name again?
What was your name again?
Liz, right?
I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? I always do that. So sorry, Susan. My name is Elizabeth. But you can call me Liz, like everyone else.
You're here a lot. Every time I open my eyes, I see you.
They make auxiliaries do crazy hours here. Seriously, I feel like I've got no life sometimes. I'll be here till the morning. To be honest, I keep coming here to hide. Please don't give me away. I just want to rest my legs for 2 minutes, that's all.
Okay.
What happened to me?
Well, how much do you remember?
I took some pills, and I fell asleep in the chair. I remember how the room kept spinning around me slowly. I felt so calm, and then...
Generally speaking, you don't tell people you're crazy. Or, you know, hide your power level. You know what I mean? You don't... Nah, it's one of those things. It's like... anyway.
I woke up here, and I saw you. Can you now tell me who found me, and what happened?
Well, your body went into a coma. You were lucky she came home and found you. I told you that before.
What? Who found me?
Your daughter, of course. She called an ambulance. If it wasn't for her, you would sure be dead now, Susan.
My daughter?
Yes. Why? Why'd you look so pale all of a sudden, Susan?
I don't have a daughter. Whoever she is, she lied.
But why would she do that?
How should I know? I was in a coma, apparently.
So she lied. It doesn't change the fact that you owe her your life.
I was fine. I didn't ask for any help. Sorry.
How long have I been here?
How long have I been here?
I was told you arrived at the hospital at 7 in the evening. You had a cardiac arrest in the ambulance.
Oh, shit.
They had to resuscitate you. Your heart stopped beating for nearly a minute, but they managed to bring you back. You went to the intensive care unit, where they gave you a dose of antidote and pumped your stomach. As soon as your condition was stable, they brought you on this ward. It's called Dime Ward. I call it die ward, because all the patients who come here want to die. It's a suicide watch unit. That's why it's so strict. You have to be careful. Nurses here are trigger happy with the sedatives.
When will they let me go home?
I'm not sure. Probably not today. Maybe tomorrow. Look, I shouldn't say that, but you seem like a nice person. I feel like I should warn you. There's this doctor here. They call him Dr. X. He's a chief of psychiatry in this hospital. You won't be able to go home until he's talked to you, and he's really good at getting into your head. You know what I'm saying? He will ask you a lot of tricky questions. But he's a really great guy. You should trust him.
Well, we'll go through all of them. We're going over an hour, I guess. We may as well keep going.
Tell me more about this Dr. X.
His name is Xavier Zellman, but everyone just calls him Dr. X. He comes on the ward often, usually late in the afternoon or in the evening. I personally really like him, but you hear all sorts of stories in a place like this, you know. I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is he's been very friendly and supportive. Some doctors won't even say hello to you, but Dr. X usually stops and asks how I am. He knows I have some problems. He can see I'm not happy here. He actually offered me some free weekly sessions. I think I might take him up on his offer.
That's
What are they saying about him?
highly illegal.
Oh yeah, they say he's a big flirt. Nurses, cleaners, patients. He doesn't care, as long as they're wearing a skirt. One girl I knew, Linda, I heard they had an affair. Stupid girl. Well, she left, and I never saw her again. Now why do you think that is? Dr. X got her knocked up. They covered it up and quietly got rid of her. Probably paid her some money. I don't know how these things work, but it must have been enough to shut her up. I bet he'll be more careful now. But I can't really say a bad word about him, personally. Well, one thing. Maybe. Don't laugh, okay? He's got a weird smell.
Formaldehyde?
What do you mean?
He smells funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad aftershave. Or maybe it's something he eats.
Oh, thanks for the warning. I'll try not to get too close to him.
Now that I think about it, there's something else too. I'll tell you this, Susan. He starts talking to you, and you just open up and tell him everything. It's very odd. I don't exactly hide things from people, but he got some really private stuff out of me. Really private. You know what I mean? Things I wouldn't tell my mother about. And we haven't even started those sessions yet. So, be prepared for that.
Sure, but it's a bit too late for me to hide how I feel now anyway. I think I made it very clear when I swallowed those pills. Did you see this daughter of mine?
No, sorry, Susan. Apparently she came in the ambulance with you.
Wow.
But then she remembered something and had to go. I think someone mentioned she went in quite a hurry.
Of course she did. She was worried I'd ask her what she was doing in my flat.
Saving your life?
Do I really have to give her a benefit of the doubt just because of that?
One would assume so. That girl is a hero. Maybe real heroes always leave before their identity is revealed.
Or she was a burglar, attempting to steal from me.
That's a possibility too.
It's happened before.
Have you got anything very precious in your flat?
Maybe. Tell me something more about yourself.
Me? I'm a nobody. I'm just a hard-working girl. We all have to pay our bills somehow, right? I rent a room not far from here. There are 2 other girls living in the house. One is an auxiliary nurse, like me. She's always sick. The other one is a stripper. At least I think so. She's never home at night.
Maybe she works at night, like you.
Yeah, but I don't leave for work wearing red stockings and heels, do I?
No, You're right. You're a real nurse, not some man's fantasy of one.
I used to do all that for my boyfriend. You know, dress up as a sexy nurse and all. Well, I did it just once, really. He didn't like it that much. He didn't like me that much either. Broke up with me last Valentine's Day.
Harsh.
Of all the days, he chose that one, eh? He never told me why, but I don't care anymore.
I'm tired. Let me sleep now.
Fine. I'll see you again. Be careful who you trust here, Susan.
It's
They
good.
will be watching you.
It's good
How
advice.
do I know you're not one of them?
You don't. But do I really look like a bad person to you?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I'll see you tonight. Remember what I said. Dreams are just dreams. But when they turn into nightmares, it's good to have someone there to pinch your arm and wake you up, right?
We'll start with a little chat about your childhood. I want you to be as honest as possible. It's important if we want to get to the bottom of your problem. Count to 10 and tell me when you're ready, Susan.
Oh, good. I get to save. All right. Well, save 005. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. Really do appreciate it. Really hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. There's way more dialogue than I thought in this, which is fine. I didn't even think there was going to be voice acting, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Questions, comments, concerns, good, bad, or indifferent. Let me hear them. I read all of them. I try and respond to all of them. What is your guys' unique positive moment for today? For me, I'm going to say just breakfast. I had a couple breakfast tacos. They were pretty good. They're probably the best breakfast tacos I've ever had, which is not saying a whole lot. I mean, that is saying something significant, but it's like normally you get breakfast tacos and they're like super cheaply made, but these were like I mean, you know, they were mass produced, but they were carefully crafted, you know, full of egg and stuff, and not like just a couple little chunks of meat. It was like they were packed with care, I guess. I don't know. But that's my unique positive moment. Hopefully your guys is just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Till then, guys, take care.